Well, good morning. Welcome to Debbie's Back Porch. So glad to have you with us. You know I'm avoiding sugar, and I look through my kitchen for things that have hidden sugar, and ketchup hides a lot of sugar. Now, while it is something you don't eat much of, a serving size is generally 2 tablespoons, 1 tablespoon depending on the bottle you get. Still, you can cut the sugar down. And this recipe is going to give you half the carbs of your regular sugar. Now, before we start the recipe, I want you to bear with me for just a second. Ketchup is a very personal thing for a lot of people. I have seen people argue over ketchup the same way I have seen them argue over mayonnaise or Miracle Whip or what kind of mayonnaise. So, the flavor profile I'm going to give you here is a suggestion. I'm going to tell you things you can do to change it as you go along, and you may have to make this more than once to get it just the way you want it. But the beauty of this is you can get it just the way you want it for half the carbs. Now let me show you what I'm talking about. Now I'm going to talk about the ingredients, and you don't have to write this down. I'm going to have it in the info section. This is my homemade tomato sauce, and this is a can of tomato paste. My homemade tomato sauce is very sweet, naturally sweet. This is something called Monkfruit sweetener. It's Monkfruit and erythritol. And this doesn't measure exactly like sugar, so we're going to work with it as we go. You can use any artificial sweetener you like. If your goal is to replace sugar. If your goal is not to replace sugar, just use a half a cup of sugar. Be careful of the Splenda brown sugar blend, which I have used, but just be aware that it has actual sugar in it. This is red wine vinegar. Most ketchup recipes call for either plain white vinegar or white wine vinegar. They give you a little bit lighter, brighter taste. I like the red wine. This is dried mustard. You can use any mustard you want. I have dried mustard, but just a dab of your regular mustard will do. This is allspice. Be careful with the allspice. Don't overdo. This is cloves. Same. Very careful with the cloves. Don't overdo. I have a little onion powder, and a little garlic powder. You can use those as you like. I'm going light on the spices and this is cinnamon, by the way, and I'll give you proportions. I'll write them in the info section, and I'll tell you as I go along. We're going to do all this with an immersion blender. Oh, I forgot the red pepper. If you have ground cayenne, you can use it, and there's salt back there. So I'm getting my immersion blender together, and we're going to make it all right here in this one jar. Now, if you're making ketchup using regular brown sugar, you're going to want to do it on the stove because you need to melt the sugar. Since I'm using the artificial sugar, I'm going to just put it in here and mix it all together, and then let it sit overnight in the refrigerator to let the flavors blend. So that's 1 cup of tomato sauce, and I'm putting in 1 6-ounce can of tomato paste. Now this is going to have a nice thick consistency, mostly because my tomato sauce has a nice thick consistency. You can do this with tomato paste, then you'll have to add water. With 100% tomato paste, then you might have to add water to thin it down a little bit. You just gauge that as you go along. But my tomato sauce was canned from my homegrown tomatoes, so it's a little sweeter and a little thicker than what you might buy in the grocery store. That's why I'm not giving you an exact amount on the sweetener. I'm going to start with 3 tablespoons full, which is not going to be enough. It's a starting place. As I said, if you're using brown sugar, you'd use a half a cup of brown sugar. So we're going to probably end up using close to that. But the monk fruit is a little sweeter also. It measures a little sweeter than sugar. So we'll just add to taste as we go along. Now I've got my spices here all together. I've measured a half teaspoon of mustard, half teaspoon of salt, quarter teaspoon cinnamon, 1/8 teaspoon cloves, 1/8 teaspoon allspice, a pinch of pepper flakes. I wish I had used less cloves and allspice. It was just a tad heavy. Just a pinch is enough. And I'm going to add my vinegar here. Now I'm adding 2 tablespoons full of vinegar. You can add up to 4. I'm only adding 2 right now because, as I say, this is a red wine vinegar. It has a kind of a deep, dark flavor. If you want light and bright, use regular vinegar. You can use apple cider vinegar for a little bit fruitier flavor. And you can add a little bit more if you want more tartness, or if your mix is too thick. So now I'm just giving it a go with my stick blender here, my immersion blender. And I'm going to give it a taste. And I know I'm going to have to adjust. And my suggestion is, the first time you make this, go light on everything. And then taste it and see what it needs more of. And I know this is going to need more sweetener. I just have to figure out how much. Let me give it a taste. You know, and I've just about used up my carb count tasting of this and eating it as I go, because to me it's pretty yummy. So I'm going to add 1 more tablespoon. And I'm not going to show you everything I add. I mix and taste and mix and taste. I've added another pinch of salt. And I ended up with a total of 3 ounces of the Monkfruit sweetener. And that got it just about right. And remember, when you're doing this, you're going to let this sit in the fridge overnight so the flavors will get more intense. I'm just adding a little bit more here, a little more salt. It needs a pinch of salt. You know, tip, if you have something that you can't get sweet enough, add some salt. Salt cuts the bitterness and makes things taste sweeter. So let me wipe up a little bit. Yes, I have everything I own out on the counter right now. I'll get it cleaned up later. I'm going to mix this all again and then give it a final taste. And this is a flavor, by the way, that I like. I like the deeper flavor with the red wine vinegar and just a little bit of the cloves and the allspice. See that nice texture there? And I think I've got it. This is what I'm going to go with. Let me put this in jars and talk to you a little bit about storage and safety. So I'm going to put this in 2 small jars and let it sit overnight in the refrigerator. The flavor will change overnight and it will thicken up just a little bit. Recipes that I have seen for ketchup say it'll keep 3 weeks in the refrigerator. Don't count on that. Make what you'll use in a week to 10 days. Keep it tightly covered. Remember, this has no sugar. Sugar is a preservative. You don't want it to go bad. So I'm going to check this in the morning for flavor. I'm going to check it again right now. You'll see that beautiful texture. It looks just like ketchup, doesn't it? And it has a deep spicy taste. If you add some chili and some barbecue flavoring, you can use it as barbecue sauce. If you mix it with some unsweetened apple butter, makes the best sauce for pulled pork. Thank you for joining us on Debbie's Back Porch. Hope to see you again tomorrow. And hey, give us a thumbs up and a subscribe. We really appreciate it.